Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Webber, and now obviously just this weekend gone, the BTCC was at Knockhill for their annual round there, and seeing as Knockhill this year in 2024 are celebrating their 50th anniversary, I thought, why don't I tell the story of a pretty historic event that happened at the first ever Knockhill event for the BTCC. Why don't I tell the story of when rallying legend Colin McRae made his BTCC appearance at Knockhill. So yes guys, we have to go not as far back as the Steep and Queen video. We only have to go back to 1992 when the BTCC made its first ever appearance at the Knockhill track. As I just mentioned, it was the first ever event. So the team Prodrive, which at the time were the factory BMW team in the BTCC, running I believe Tim Sugden and Alain Menu as their full-time drivers in 1992. Both drivers, I believe, in their debut seasons. Alain, I do believe Menu was in his debut year in 1992. But Prodrive, for seeing as it is a special occasion, as it is the inaugural event, inaugural BTCC event at Knockhill, why don't we bring in a Scottish driver? And so they decided to bring in Colin McRae. Of course, he wasn't yet the Rally World Champion, but he was making a name for himself in WRC. I believe he was with Subaru at this time, though do correct me if I'm wrong. My rallying knowledge isn't as good as my BTCC knowledge. So Colin McRae made his appearance. I was doing research for this. There is an interesting story on how he didn't want to drive with ABS and he crashed it within 3 laps in practice, which I think is quite a funny story. Obviously back then, the BTCC cars had ABS. I don't know if they still do. They might. I don't know. Do let me know if anyone knows that sort of information. So yeah, and obviously Colin McRae was well known for pushing a car almost over its limits. His famous motto, "If in doubt, go flat out." I've probably butchered that as well. So Colin, of course, made the appearance at Knockhill, and those 2 races were loved by the Scottish crowd, which is why it's been on the calendar for well over 30 years now. Of course, David Leslie had a quite a big crash. He rolled over. If I find a video, I'll put it up. But we're not here to talk about David Leslie, unfortunately. We're here to talk about Colin McRae, and his first race, he finished in 8th place, a brilliant result given how it was his BTCC debut and he was probably used to all-wheel drive rather than a rear-wheel drive BMW. And then in the second race, he would actually do much better. In the second race, he would actually finish 5th on track. However, unfortunately, he would be disqualified from the results for having a little bit of an incident with Matt Neal, who was at the time an independent driver, as we know, and at the time was racing in an E30 M3, which was the older model BMW. As obviously in 1992. BMW would bring in the 318 SI, got it right. So Colin would have a little bit of a tussle with Matt Neal. Matt's father, Steve, was reportedly very, very angry with the incident, given how, of course, Matt Neal was fighting at the front, I believe. So it could have been a good result before being taken out by Colin McRae. So, yeah, very interesting story. And that's pretty much it. An 8th place in race 1 and technically a 5th place before a disqualification in race 2. And that would obviously, unfortunately, be the only time we would see Colin McRae race in BTCC before, of course, returning to rallying, where he would, of course, go on to win the 1995 World Rally Championship with the infamous 555 Racing Subaru team. I believe also was Prodrive as well at the time, the Subaru Rally team. And as we know, Colin would go on to be one of the greatest WRC drivers of all time, despite only that 1 World Championship. And obviously, unfortunately, we unfortunately lost Colin in 2007 due to a helicopter crash. But his name lives on and his spirit lives on. And yeah, hopefully I can continue that spirit with this video. So do let me know. Another short one, guys, but do let me know. Do you remember Colin McRae's BTCC debut? Do you remember any of his rallying escapades in the mid-90s and mid-2000s? And yeah, just what are your memories of Knockhill as well? This is also a celebratory video of Knockhill. Knockhill in BTCC has given us some phenomenal memories, and obviously, hopefully, after those 3 awesome races we saw this past weekend, hopefully there'll be many more memories to come in the long 50-year history of Knockhill. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, I apologise for a short one, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're new around here, be sure to like this video, share with your mates as well, because it of course does help my channel grow. And of course, press that subscribe button, because we are firmly on the road to 300 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.